Gamers, what's happening? It's your boy, the Show. Today we are back again with another stream. Nina, what's going on? How you doing today? I see people are on both YouTube and on Twitch. Thanks for being here. Oh my goodness, it was crazy trying to get this set up. It's like such a quick time. Like I had stuff set yesterday, but I had to do a bunch of like the setup this morning, so that was kind of a pain in the butt. But it's all done now. What's going on? We're going for 24 hours today, or I'm gonna try to. Anyway, look, if you're on YouTube, go ahead, like the video, most definitely subscribe. Feel free to hop in the chat. And remember, YouTube, you guys I know will shut down in 12 hours. That's just the way YouTube works. It's a 12-hour situation. Shuts down, then I'll have to restart it back up again. Everybody on Twitch will be here the whole entire time. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're going to get into some gaming. Nina, how have you been? How's everybody been? Feel free, hop in the chat. If you're on Twitch, give us give a follow. If you want to subscribe, that's perfectly fine too. I have like snacks for days down here, so I put up on YouTube, Twitch, and what was it? What was it? TikTok, I think. That's how little I use it. Like I put up what you guys wanted to see, whether you wanted me to do fast food or you wanted me to do ramen. Ramen and snacks were the closest ones, so we got snacks for real. Been good. Just gave a buddy some cat food that my cats didn't like. Animals, yeah, they do have a preference. Like for real, do yours eat dry or wet food? Do they like dry or wet food better? Like when I had we had four cats and a dog. Like that right there. Mix. Oh, okay. We had four cats and a dog like years ago with Mike's and I. Like any of you had been here when I first started the when we first started the YouTube channel years ago, that you would have probably seen them on there. But that story was crazy because I had a house that was when I was in the states in Arizona. I had a house that was far like from the city. It was like 20, 30 some odd minutes away from the city of Tucson. So one day I woke up and I heard like this weird like crying sound, and I'm like, what the hell is going on outside? So I go out back, and I had two turtles too, mind you. I heard like that weird crying, so I go out back and I'm checking like what's happening. I see this cat sitting there, just this raggedy cat, just chilling. I'm like, what the hell is this cat doing here? And then I thought, I'm like, did she just kill one of the turtles? Turtles were fine. What I didn't know was she was pregnant. So it was like a day or two, and I'm thinking like she'll go away or whatever. And then I made the mistake of putting food out for her. My cats are picky. It can't be a pate. It has to be stripped. Are you serious? Mine were like that too. And I had to break them of that shit. They're like, that was, nah, that was like, this is not going down like this. But that cat, I like left some food out there. I left tuna, and she ate it, and like so she just stayed there for a few days, and the next day, like one day, a few days later, I'm hearing all kinds of sounds outside. So I walk out, and now there's four fucking kittens out there too. And I was like, wait a minute, what did I do? So now all of a sudden I have five cats back there. Then the mom dipped. Yep, mine just won't eat for days. They all stick in together. Oh wow. They gang up on you like, nah, we're not eating this shit. Like, get us something else. But what's crazy, the mom dipped. So now there's four kittens in my backyard. And I'm like, what am I doing here? So I'm feeding them every day and everything else. And then at that point in time, my ex, she would come by and we were dating and everything. Hey, and I know these niggas be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Thanks for the sub, Teflon. Wow, thank you. Thank you so much, man. 13 months. Big time. So I told her, I'm like, look, I got these four kittens out here, and I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. And we ended up, together, and then we ended up getting a place. And so we just took them. And one of them One of them, that one was my cat right there. We called her Onyx. She was black with a white diamond in her chest, and I was like, we got to get her the fuck out of here. So she went and hid inside the back of my grill. So it was like impossible to get her out. I actually like climbed down to the bottom, had to kind of drag her out, but we got them all to the house and everything else. That cat was a straight ninja, but they were the pickiest fucking cats. So started them off, gave them dry food. They were like, we'll eat it because it's food. They were used to me giving them tuna all the damn time and milk. Then switched them over to a wet food that they all seemed to like. And then it was like all of a sudden they just wouldn't eat it. And of course, we come to figure out they were out and back, like killing birds and shit. And I'm like, nah, this has got to stop. So we found like this soft, like, it was kind of like a mix, kind of what you're talking about, but it was a drier food. Tuna's like a drug to them. Facts. Facts. Trying to wean them off of that is no joke. No joke. Because I used to just, because I ate a lot of tuna myself, but I wasn't giving them like the fresh tuna steaks. But I ate like a lot of like tuna in the middle of the day, and everything else is like a quick snack in between meals. Any fish is supposed to be a rare. Yeah, it is. It is, and I was giving it to them every day. So weaning them off of that was impossible. But like we found like a good dry food that was nice and soft, but it was like primarily like meats and fish and everything else that were those were the main ingredients for it, and they loved it. They absolutely loved it. But they are some picky ass animals, and if you don't give them the food they like, they'll start tearing shit apart. They really will. They don't care. They don't care. And then they'll that's when they'll just go out in the back and start killing everything that moves too. But yeah, I know how that is. Anyway, though, what's going on with you? Oh my God, where'd it go? There we go. What's going on with you, Teflon? Okay, all right. We're gonna do some gaming. Everything else, Minecraft for hours as if they're dying. Oh my God. Now, what's the worst though is like there's always a bully. If you got multiples of them, there's always a bully. And and what I thought for the longest time was that it would be the male. There were three girls and one boy. And we thought he was going to be so three babies screaming at once. Facts. We thought he was going to be the bully, and it turned out to be the one that was the smallest, which was mine, which was Onyx. She didn't give a shit. She was eating everybody's food, and if you got close to her, she was fighting. Like she gave no shits at all. That cat was vicious. But yeah, they'll all whine at the same time over nothing. Absolutely nothing. Let's see. So yeah, we're definitely gonna get into some gaming, everything else. But somebody, please, my boys fold like wet paper sacks. Oh no, what's worse is if you let them like, cause ours were they were outdoor cats. There's no way Yin runs the house. Like there was no way they were all living in the house. They were vicious. Like they would try and tear up the carpets and everything else. And I was just like, nah, this ain't happening. But they would go out and like you knew the neighbors were feeding them and everything else. Those fucking animals. But anyway, so we're gonna get into some gaming. I think that we should have a new season of Fortnite going on. Plus, I did download a horror game. It's a short one, I think, and we're gonna check that out. I'm trying to think of what the long game's gonna be tonight. I was trying to find a horror game. Some people were saying Resident Evil 4, so I might download that real quick. We'll see. But listen, we got to talk about some shit. Can somebody please tell me what the hell is going on right now? Why is it that 2024 has become the year of the PDF files? Please, somebody tell me what's happening. We got the whole Dr. Disrespect situation, which was crazy. Watching the Olympics, okay. Oh, God, we're going to talk about that too. My goodness. So I have, what's crazy is a few weeks ago, I was out and we went to, where did we go? near Funabashi, essentially like in the Chiba area. Went out and it was a lot of fun. Actually, no, that's where it was. We went to Tokyo Dome City. We went and watched a few different Olympic games. Then a few nights ago, of course, I watched Spain versus Japan, which was just a sad situation. And I was at the izakaya that I always go to, and we were all talking and everything. And one of the guys, he turns it on. He goes, "Ooh, Spain and Japan." And looks at me. It was in football, of course, in soccer, of course. So I'm like, "Fuck!" And everybody's like, "Who are you going for?" I'm like, "God damn it!" But I said this. I said, if Spain gets two unanswered goals, it's wraps. And sure enough, what happens? Actually, Japan scored one, and it got called back because he was offside. But yeah, Spain won 3-0. I was like, damn, damn. But anyway, yeah, we will get into that Olympic situation. That's wild to me, absolutely wild. But look, we had the whole situation with Doctor Disrespect first. All right, that name needs to be changed. Nigga's just pure disrespectful. Period. He got caught up in the situation, and I don't think I need to pull up any videos or anything else like that. I think we all know about it. And why, Nina, you're still mod. Can you please change that to just chatting? Actually, I'm sorry. I think it needs to be changed to Mech Arena. I forgot about that. And by the way, if you guys, you know what, I'll do it. Don't worry about it. If you guys don't know, we do have a sponsor right now, and it is Mech Arena. Please feel free. Okay, yeah, I got it. Please feel free to go ahead and use the link in. Well, that's gonna pop up. You'll see it. You'll see it. Just use the link. Download Mech Arena, absolutely free on PC and on mobile. And if you do, you get added bonuses. Go ahead and reach level 9. You get added bonuses, which include gold and all sorts of diamonds and everything else just for using my link. All right, let me go ahead and switch this real fast before they trip out. There we go. Bam. And I got to put, I think it's, see, I wasn't even fully prepared. I wasn't even fully prepared. So the Dr. Disrespect situation was wild enough. Then you had something that got brought up yet again, which was the whole Cody Code situation. And if none of y'all know about that one right there, Cody Code Tana I can never pronounce that girl's name right. I can never pronounce her name right. But Tana Mangau, Manjo, whatever. She called out something saying like a while back. It was a while back saying that when she was 17, he kind of pressed on her, and they got to doing it. Tana Mojo, thank you, Mojo. That's phonetically for me. There we go. But she got to saying that he pressed up on her, and they got to banging it out when she was only 17, and he was in his mid 20s at that point in time, which is a fucking mess. Okay, period. That's just foul, and it got brought up again. And not only that, but a video surfaced from one of her friends who actually said during that video, yeah, I knew this guy who I told him that the girl that he was trying to holla at was 17, and he did it anyway, talking about him. After that, the next thing that comes up is Chris or Ava Tyson from Mr. Beast's group. There you go. She said, "Did you hear about Mr. Beast?" Oh, I'm going to get into that right now. I mean, this is like trailing into that situation right now. But the Chris Ava Tyson situation is wild because it puts a heavy light on a specific group, and it puts a heavy light on Mr. Beast as well. The specific group, as you guys know, Chris transitioned to being Ava, and it was one of those things where a lot of people had crazy shit to say about his whole transition to becoming Ava Tyson. Now, mind you, that years ago, and I remember this video because people were trying to cancel them probably like a good 4 or 5 years ago because of this video that came from years prior, which was actually it might have been like 2 or 3 years ago. They were trying to cancel him for a video that was about 4 or 5 years old, where they were talking about trans or people with their they thems, and then Chris made a comment of like I'm a helicopter. So for him to transition kind of blew everybody's mind, first off. Then, mind you, he was married, just had recently had a kid, and people tried saying stuff about, him not taking care of his family, which was not the case. But what ends up coming to light was something way worse, way more nefarious, which was that he had been in some conversations that he should not have been in with individuals on the Discord who were all underage. Now, one individual said that, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Like, he wasn't grooming or anything else. You didn't even know that you were being groomed. The shit that was being said, though, no matter what, I don't care what that individual says, it's something that never should have been said to a 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year old child. Hands down, plain and simple, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But he wasn't the only one that he had done this to. There were multiple people, or excuse me, that Ava had done these things too. And the images that were shared on there were kind of not questionable, but fucking disgusting. Let's just be blunt about it. After this, it drags into the fact that allegedly Jimmy, Mr. Beast, knew about this. Not only did he know about it, but he actually had some things to say in that Discord as well. And that's where all the scrubbing of the Discords came from, so on and so forth. And then just a couple of days ago, Kai Cenat went online and said that his cameraman, Chris, had been caught talking to a 17-year-old a few years ago. Now, I have something to say about this one that some people are going to find questionable, but I'm going to tell you exactly why I say this. That situation, not in the PDF files, all right? Not at all. And here's why. So at the point in time that he was talking to this girl, like everybody, the way that it came out initially, people were trying to say the dude was in his mid 20s, whatever else. No, he wasn't. He had just turned 20. Let me explain something to y'all. There's something called Romeo and Juliet laws, and if you don't know what that is, in the States, I think everybody knows about this. It used to be a case that there was an age gap of 5 years that would be considered consensual, and that was changed to 4 years. All right, so a 4 year age gap is a consensual situation between individuals, especially and primarily if the parents are okay with it. Here's the thing about that. If you take a look at high school, most individuals, I think they usually graduate somewhere around the age of 17, maybe 18 years old. Maybe. I was like way earlier than that, but I think the norm is somewhere around 17 or 18 years old. And if you're in school and you're a senior at 17 years old dating a sophomore or a junior who's, 16 or 15, and in some cases, I mean, fuck, they might fuck around with a freshman. It's a 3 to 4 year age gap difference. In his case, in Chris's case, he was talking to this girl. She first lied and said that she was 19. Then comes back and says, well, I'm actually only 17. Now, at that point in time, personally, I don't give a fuck. I'd have been like, nope, nope. We're cut. We're done. We're through. Get gone. Get lost. And the reason why I say that is because it's like, if you lied to me about being 19, now you're telling me you're 17. What if you were actually 16 or 15 or something like that? Now, I've always had a rule ever since I was 20, 21 years old. I was like, I can't date a girl under the age of 19 when I was 20 or 21 years old. But in fact, I was dating women that were older than me at that point in time. I'd always primarily only dated women older than me. Once I hit 21, I was really like, I can't date a girl that I can't go out and drink with. When I hit 25, it was like, shit, she has to be 21 or 22 at the very least. When I got older than that, it was like, nah, if you're not at least 24 or 25, I can't fuck with you. You gotta be something super bad, and you still gotta be 21 in order to get it. Here's the thing. In the situation with Kai Cenat's cameraman, I personally do not see that as being the type of thing that everyone wants to drag it out to be, because they were only 3 years apart, and at some point in time, they were only 2 years apart when they were initially talking, because he had just turned 20 at that point. Again, I understand where Kai's coming from when he got a bit upset and emotional about it, because there's a brand that's there. Now, first off, that's his boy, and he doesn't want to see him doing something crazy, something stupid that'll get him locked up, caught up, and everything else. But there's also a brand and an idea that Kai has about his whole situation and the whole Amp House and everybody all has as a whole, and they don't want to actually bring that into question by any means. But people have to stop sitting here trying to say that everything is pedophilia this, pedophilia that. The people you should be watching out for are everyday motherfuckers. And the reason why it's so prevalent on these individuals who are content creators and streamers and everything else is because their names are out there on a daily basis, especially to a bunch of individuals who live and breathe nothing but the internet. So they're seeing them constantly. And it's one of those things where it's like, well, you know what? This is just a buzz term that everyone wants to use. And again, in Chris, I do not know his last name, but what's crazy about it is that when this came out, there was a news article that got put out by some off-brand, online news media source that actually said that it was Chris Next Door, and Chris Next Door, who's part of their group, he got blasted for this, and it took over 12 hours for them to take that down, which potentially could have ruined his career. And he has every right to go about suing them for that, because they did zero research. And this is a problem nowadays, that people don't want to sit here and get things right. They just want to be first when it comes to any kind of negative news, negative publicity. They just push it out as soon as they possibly can. No thought, no cares at all. But again, like I was saying, Kai Cenat's actual cameraman, I don't think that there's any room or realm to ever even consider that that was something that nefarious on his end. And again, they are still within the bounds of the Romeo and Juliet law. Now, other people would take it a step farther and say, well, other countries, they have laws for younger and so on and so. Well, here's the problem with that, is that some countries are just fucking wrong. Like, first and foremost, a 13-year-old child should not be having any form of sexual acts going on, or like thinking about getting married or anything else. And in fact, here in Japan, it's one of those things that was the case for the longest time, and that was recently changed to 16. What I can say about this is, growing up here and knowing how things are, and then like coming back and living and everything else, and still seeing it to this day, the mind state is totally different than what it is in the States. Okay, so when it comes to sex and marriage, those things are very much interlinked here. Dating, like, if you dating, bruh, this is wild to me on some level, because of growing up, in other countries for so long too, that it's like, you date for 6 months, a year, something, you better be fucking talking about getting married, maybe even sooner than that. Like, I mean, it can be sometimes an instantaneous sort of situation, and so that's held in a higher regard here than what it is in other places, especially like the States. Since we're talking about the States specifically, I'm going to keep it, keep your mind state in the US. So for them here, they had that age in place, which again, personally, I'm like, nah, that's too damn young. 13 is too young. To me, 16 is still too young. However, I've seen the mentalities of a 16-year-old individual here versus the ones that I've seen in the States. And not only that, but again, they're talking about marriage, not just fucking. That's just what it is. Is it right? I'm still like, nah, bruh. But that's the way it is here. In the States, however, the laws are set the way that they are for a very good reason because motherfuckers live to be predators there. Like, it's wild. Teachers, police officers, fucking lawyers, doctors, it doesn't matter who they are, you're gonna find them in those groups. That's just what it is, and it's primarily a thing that it usually comes from like family members in people's households. I've told you guys my situation. Me, I've never looked at it as a thing that like fucked me up mentally or anything else like that. I was 15 years old. My mom had just passed away. I was getting ready to go to university. I met a woman who I started sleeping with that was 30 years old, and she was a police officer. She was the one that pushed up on me about it. We all know what that is, but it's looked at different because number one, I'm a male. Number two, I, nah, there's no fucking excuse. There's no excuse for it. There really isn't. But I knew my mind state was totally different than what a lot of young 15-year-old boys were and everything else. It still doesn't, doesn't justify what happened, what she did, or what, what she allowed to happen, or, but I always take it on myself that I was consenting in the situation. However, most kids that age, nah, absolutely not. And every one of these people, like, here's what's wild about it, all right? There's no criminal charges that came up with Dr. Disrespect, and I believe there was a settlement that came into play on that or whatever. There's no criminal charges that have come up on Chris slash Ava Tyson yet. Yet, and that whole situation with Mr. Beast or Jimmy saying, "Yeah, we're doing our own internal investigation," everything else comes into very high question when we start talking about what we're going to talk about next. But it's like something something has to come from this because this is getting out of control, and they're not the only two or three or four individuals that these things have, like, been said about this year. 2024 has been the ultimate predator fucking year. No joke. No joke. But on to what, Nina, what specifically Colleen Ballinger, there's another one. And that's what's always crazy to me as well, is that you don't see a lot of the ones with when it comes to like females. Listen, this is not just a male only sort of situations. Females do this shit too. Females will prey on dudes. They'll prey on the young. They'll prey on dudes that are their age, or they'll definitely prey on the on the elderly if they got bread. So you know what? Yeah, the Colleen Ballinger situation. That's a whole nother one right there. I know of it, but I have not read too much into it. So if you want to elaborate on it, please do. I need to grab a drink though, for real, for real. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Bắn luôn à? Bắn đi. Let's go, let's go. Singapore đã chọn server đã.
My bad, my bad. I'm trying not to pop a S cup yet. A S cup is energy drink. Kind of reminds me of a what they call them, 5 hour energy. It's so weird. Energy drinks here are completely different than they are in the states. I've seen Red Bull. I haven't seen too many other ones. Sports drinks, you primarily just get these bottles of water that have liquid IV in them. That's just what they are. They cost about the same. They cost the same as a normal bottle of water here, which is less than a standard bottle of water in the States. And Liquid IV in the States, I mean, you have to buy those separately in a pack at like a Walmart or something. That shit can be expensive. But anyway, so yeah, the Mr. Beast situation gets crazier because number one, so it's one of those situations where when one thing happens, there's a snowball effect that comes along with it. First, the transition for Ava from Chris to Ava. People hopped on that. Mr. Beast stuck by his friend. Jimmy stuck by his friend. You know, he's known Chris Ava for fucking years. So of course he stuck by his friend through that, and rightfully so. I mean, look, somebody wants to make a transition, do what you do. That has nothing that affects my life by any means. As long as you're not pushing it on to like some child or just acting wild with it, whatever, do you. That's not even a problem. But then it gets brought into question. There's full videos on YT that do excellent breakdowns of it. Pretty much, she interacts with children, fans inappropriately and super sexually, even sending. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold up. My bad. I'm gonna pause what I was saying for 1 second. And now I think I remember who this girl is. Holy crap! Is she the fucking? Oh, it is her. Okay, I do know more about this situation than what I thought. That girl, that apology was the biggest non-apology I've ever, and one of the worst. I mean, I thought the interpretive dance apology was bad. Hers was fucking horrible. And yeah, she's a fucking predator. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yo, no. Now it's like it's coming back to me. Some of the shit she was saying, and then throwing the nudes out there. Listen, me personally, as a young man, I'd have been like, "When we fucking," I, this is this is terrible for me to say that, but that's the reality of it. I'd have been like, "So what's cracking? What's happening? We getting this in?" I mean, she man, but at that point, I'd have been like, "Whatever, just and get gone." You can't do that shit, yo. Like it's wild, and how it is that she like it wasn't even a thing of like I didn't do it. It was just a thing of I don't give a fuck what you think. That was what that apology more so was. It was more like I really don't care. Yeah, maybe I did it. Maybe I didn't. Who knows? Who knows? Question it. You're all just haters. Be gone. Be gone with you haters. Like that's literally what her apology was. Wild, absolute wildness. But anyway, so the snowball effect that's taking place with the whole Mr. Beast channel is wild because the video that came out, and I'm sure you guys have seen the video, right? You guys have already. Please let me know in chat if you have or have not seen this video. The video. Hold on 1 second. What the fuck is wrong with? Bruh, are we gonna have stream problems already? Like legit. Hang on a second. Okay. All right. It looks like we're good. Okay. Somebody sent me something like what's going on with the YT. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, so have you seen people on X beating Preds? I have. I have. And you know what? Okay. Man. Like we'll step back into this world for a second.
Hey, kayo, Omen, can I borrow your classic, please?
It's become such a big thing
Your
that now you have streamers, content creators going out in the streets and actually, to a degree, pulling the Chris Hansen, and in some cases hunting these people down. Now, is it positive? I think so on a level, but then there's a negative side to it. and a dangerous side to it. That negative and dangerous kind of go hand in hand. The dangerous side to it is they're gonna fuck around and go out there and potentially get put into a situation where one of these individuals just don't give a shit and somebody gets ended, deleted. Because you have to think in a lot of those Chris Hansons to catch a peddler, a fucking diddly. Uh, these dudes were willing to run and do whatever they could to try and get away. Of course, you know, a lot of them are like, well, can I leave now? And he just let them walk out, and the cops were out there waiting. But in most of these instances, these individuals don't have police officers with them, investigators, or anything like that. And not only that, but so much he said, she said, can be thrown out there to where all the efforts that they put forth kind of go out the window. What I will say is, from what I understand, Ryan Garcia was out on the streets doing this, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this right now. Ryan Garcia is not an individual that I believe should be out on the streets doing a fucking thing. Ryan Garcia, for all intents and purposes, is out of his fucking mind, and has been for quite some time now. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I started watching. You put me Akon. Nah, no way. No way. Hold up. Now I gotta pull this up. Nina, you were the one who put, was it you or was it yeah, you did that to me, that fucking Ryan Garcia situation. Hang on one second. Akon catching PDF file. Is that what we're talking about here? Akon, wow, locked up. I'm done. I'm done. No, hold on. Let's see. I'm trying to pull this up and not. All right, here we gonna pull this one up. You know what? We gonna switch scenes here real quick. Wait, this is wild. Absolutely wild. I don't know. XQCs or well, I mean, it's only 38 seconds. Nah, let's go with this one. Ah, damn. Of course, the music. Locked up while alleged child peddler gets arrested during Vitaly's stream. Oh, that's crazy. They got mans right here. They got mans right here. No, 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 no. I listen. I don't know if he should be doing that because it's a serious situation that that he's mocking right there. It's fucking hilarious though. That is kind of fucking hilarious. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh, that's wild. That's absolutely wild. Dude is on one. But here becomes the problem with it. A lot of these people are going out here doing this, and they have no uh, beyond backup, no training in these situations. A lot of it is assumptive over actual facts and things like that. But it's a shame to think that individuals, well, what really would irritate me is that it's strictly for the content. The pews too, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's strictly for the content, and so it makes me question some of the tactics and things like that are used, and that comes into play especially when you see those instances where something was scripted and put together or whatever, because it's mocking a very, very serious situation, I think, number one. When you don't have all the evidence in hand, what really are you doing at that point in time? You're kind of giving somebody the means and idea on how to get around the situation all over again. The next time they decide to go off and do something like this, it's fucking wild to me. But it's terrible to think that people have to take this upon themselves because the police aren't able to do their job or aren't doing their job in the case of dealing with individuals like this. And how is it possible that when they take someone in on these charges, how is it possible they get out of jail so fucking quickly? Then here's what's wilder. All right, listen to this. Arizona. I found this out about Arizona some time ago. Arizona had this tendency, like first off, you go, the, the state motto for Arizona is come on vacation, leave on probation. All right, that's like the state motto motto for fucking Arizona. That's the one that everybody gives it. Come on vacation, leave on probation. Hey, no joke. If you live in Arizona, you have more than likely been to prison. Listen. Arizona is wild for this. I always said Arizona should be fenced off. It should be fenced off from the rest of the United States. You know that movie, the one with Jet Li, where they had a whole penal colony on a different planet? That is the state of Arizona. That's how that state makes all their money. They privatize the fucking prison system. They get paid bread off of prisons. Arizona has a big fucking pedo problem. Here's what these dumbasses would do here, all right? You lock somebody up, they might get a little time. Now in prison, if anybody knows anything about prison, you go into prison on some pedo type shit, you might not make it out. Right? Like, it's a high probability you might not survive that situation, especially depending on how heinous of the act it was. But then they do something they called PC. They go into protective custody. They take all of these, yo ass is grass, facts. They take all of these individuals who go into this PC status or protective custody status because they're afraid to be out in the GP or the general population yards. They take them to their own yards. So now you got a bunch of scary motherfuckers who are running from the other yards from getting their ass beat for whatever reason, whether they like went into debt or they were pedos or all kinds of other shit. You put them all in the same place. Pedos amongst pedos, just hanging out, chilling. So who'd you diddle? When I get out, I got like, a couple of, in my sights. And then they would let these people out and put them in the same fucking house. So usually when you get out, what you have to do is you're more than likely going to be on parole. If they didn't have like a place to go or they needed like to be supervised or whatever the case may be, they go to something called a halfway house. And here's what's crazy. Back in the day when I on everything, I was like, oh shit. My boy owned a company where you go door to door and sold internet services, everything else. Made bread doing this. So I mean, you going up knocking on random doors and shit. And one day I knocked on a door and fucking this girl answered the door. She was bad. And another girl came to the door. She was just like, and like, we got to talking and everything else. And then she goes, yeah, this is a girl's halfway house after just getting out. So we don't take. And I said, just after just getting out, all these shorties had just been locked up. And them two that was at the door was bad. I was like, y'all ain't had no. Hey, yo, Deadlock with the 27 months. Thank you for the sub, my boy. But no, like dead ass. I was like, so I mean, y'all been locked up for a minute. This bitch is bad. What is cracking right now? But for real. So they do the same thing with men, but if you were in a PC status or if you were one of them little peddlers, they actually threw these dudes all together in the same fucking houses in the same neighborhood. Bruh. Bruh. You want to talk about recidivism? I can't even talk right now. I'm so fucking done. Listen, these dudes just go back over and over and over again because they do not stop doing this shit. At some point in time, you gotta lock these dudes up for good. You have to. Like, something has to change here because now you got people going out on the streets, fucking everyday civvies going out on the streets trying to catch people who are doing this predatory type shit. Like, wouldn't you think at some point something's got to change, or the police have to do their job, or the justice system has to have harder standards on individuals like this? And what was it, a few years ago somebody came out with some bullshit? Oh, we can't call them PDF files anymore. They gave it some other soft ass name, like, oh, they should be helped. Okay, listen. All right. So what you're telling me is if you think this person has a mental problem, which fuck yes, they have a fucking mental problem, but you think that being softer on these individuals with this issue, as you want to call it, instead of locking them up, they should just be allowed to roam free in society and, maybe go and see a counselor here and there. Some of these people have gone through that multiple times, but still go out and do the same thing. Not just walking in a park and touching a little kid or some shit like that. No, kidnapping them, taking them, doing. You get where I'm going with this. Put them in the desert with no food. Thank you. No food, no water, not just in the desert. I'm talking in the desert of the desert where the hyenas and shit like that are. And they come out every night. Rattlesnakes, the whole nine. Put them out there. Put them out there. That's facts. I always had this kind of messed up position on this. I think, like most people would say, I'm pretty fucked up for thinking this, but honestly, I couldn't imagine it being any other way. Because if someone did that, to the kids I helped raise, my god kids, different things like that, I would want them to be put in a cell, and then like every male from the family just go in there a couple of times a week, every day maybe, beat the fucking brakes off of them. I'm talking to the point that, I mean, every time after, they just have one last breath that saves them and revitalizes them for the next fucking day to take this ass beating over and over and over again. Throw them in there with the dudes on max. Let them go ahead. You know what? You wanted to take some booty? Well, you about to get your booty took. Like, facts. That's it. It is one of the most disgusting. It is the most disgusting thing I think that can possibly be done. And what makes it so bad too is that a lot of the time they prey on like the super small kids. Kids, period, it's fucking it's a mess. But when they're like little, nah, bruh, nah. And the reality of it is, these people who are getting caught up in these situations, that's not the first time that they probably did this shit. And it probably won't be the last time either. That's what makes it so bad. Like, you just don't know. You don't know. Mutilate their star parts. Yo, that's facts. That's facts. It's a mess. So bringing it back to where we were, this whole situation with Mr. Beast. Now, the video, like I said, this let's see. Okay. So
Do you think
the whole thing was that after the Ava, Chris Tyson, whichever sticks in your mind, but it's Ava Tyson situation. This guy here, Dogpack 404, comes out with this video. I work for Mr. Beast. He's a fraud. The video's an hour long. Now, I don't want to go. We have the time. I'm on a 24-hour freaking stream. We could watch this, but I'm sure most of you have already seen this video. All right. Did you hear about Mr. Beast game show? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And that's where. Have you seen this video, Nina? So, this video calls out a lot of different things. Now, if we remember, last time Mr. B, here's what's so funny. I was wondering, just yesterday, I thought to myself, after all the stuff that's been going on with Mr. Beast, would a new video come out this week? And I thought to myself, I'm like, there's no way he stops the Mr. Beast train. And of course, a new video came out today from Mr. Beast. But anyway, so you haven't seen this. Okay. So I know what you're talking about with the Mr. Beast game show, but we're going to walk through some of these parts of this video. We probably won't watch the whole thing, but at least get some of it.
Attention is the most valuable currency in the world.
Well, of course. If you could post something and everyone in the world would watch it, you'd be the most powerful man on earth.
Video, but there's messages happening like Mr. Beast Discords, and I don't know. It's a mess when Mr.
Okay, when he's talking about the Mr. Beast Discord, so the Discord where all of those, messages and everything else came from during the time that Ava/Chris Tyson was messaging kids and sending nudie pics and essentially child prawn. Jimmy supposedly allegedly was in the chat as well. And in fact, the messages that came out at that point in time, I don't feel like going on X trying to find them, but it said Mr. Beast, who was in the chat, said something about, at that point, Chris's sausage size. All right, let's just leave it at that. So that's what he's talking about right there.
Mr. Beast contestants are being exposed to minor attracted persons, and the company's protecting them. There's a big emphasis at the company of how to manipulate children, understanding their psychology and everything, and seeing that's sort of used in weird ways. And
so this is so realistic as far as what he just said, because when it comes down to what people do on YouTube, especially in Mr. Beast's case, he's grown this huge brand, this huge business, and the reality of it is that it's primarily off the back of children. A great deal of adults, because let's be realistic about it, kids can't spend money without their parents' consent, credit cards, things like that. Some young adults, because these people primarily strictly live online. To be able to do something as successfully as he's been able to do it, you have to understand marketing, you have to understand psychology. Psychology is a huge game that's played in marketing. I mean, that's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I've been in that business for a very long time. Trust me, it really does play a huge, huge part of it. Now what he's saying is that they also were using it kind of in a fucked up light, beyond the videos and the game shows and the way that he built up his wealth, but that Chris/Ava, at the point in time of being Chris, was using it in the peddler ways. But beyond that, he goes into everything else, and this kind of goes into exactly. Psychology is a huge part of advertising, of marketing, of business as a whole. Know your not just enemies, but know your consumers. You have to, But this plays into what you were talking about with the Mr. Beast game show. I don't think he goes into depth on it on here. I know there's another video somewhere talking about that, and I know exactly what it is you're talking about. But just to skip through, start here.
Lines for profit using 3 simple steps which closely align with the 3 major types of behavioral learning.
I like that he actually put that up there. The
3 simple steps which closely align with the 3 major
classical conditioning, observational learning, operant conditioning. So, a neutral stimulus is associated with a natural response. Learning occurs through observation and initiation of others, not initiation. A response is increased. Initiation. Well, in the fact of actually doing what you see someone else doing. So, yeah, that makes sense as well. A response is increased or decreased due to reinforcement or punishment. This is absolutely crazy because, yeah, this is how everyone learns, starting at childhood. So, yeah, this plays a big part in their organization. Now, a couple of years ago, or was it about a year ago, everyone was getting on Mr. Beast's ass because of the, they were saying, oh, he's just doing all of this, all this philanthropy for clout and everything else. Now, at that point, I actually was one of the individuals who was like, look, you guys have to stop being just fucking haters on this situation. The reality of it is, even if it's a situation that he's making money on doing it because of the video revenue and everything else, that money is going back towards the philanthropic side of it. This is one of those situations, the lesser of 2 evils. To be able to do so much good, like giving villages clean, fresh water, bridges, help with the education system, helping people see, giving people artificial limbs, feeding the homeless, the needy, the world over. It's such a mess because you want to believe people will do things like this out of the goodness of their heart, but the reality of it is it gives everyone some form of, dopamine that actually makes them feel better about themselves as individuals. But at the same time, because you're doing it on such a high scale, I can personally look the other way about your own, your ego and about the money that you make from the videos. I mean, because you're still putting it back into doing that. But this right here is a different type of situation.
Types of behavioral learning. Step 1 is getting the viewer to associate the brand with trust and authority. Mr. Beast videos are real, and he's a great guy that gives away big rewards to his loyal followers. I will show you irrefutable evidence in a minute that his videos are in fact fake. Step 2 is...
Now listen, I think everybody should know that. I think everyone should know that most of the videos are faked or edited. I mean, there's just no fucking way around it. And in fact, I've thought that so many different times, especially considering like you see some of the same people in the videos. He's taking advantage of people with facts. That's what's crazy about this whole situation. Like when we get through these different sections, like I've seen bits and pieces of this video because it was just, it was one of those things where like I saw it on YouTube, but it was the shorts that kept popping up that I'm like, wait a minute, what? It's a thing of people are very gullible in and of itself from the start. But when it comes to giving away money, when it comes to like giving away houses and cars, these are all the things that people want. These are all the things that make people feel closer to their favorite stars, like the things that these individuals have. And then of course, when they give those types of things away, it gives people this feeling of like partnership and companionship and everything else that's not there, friendship that's not there. And speaking of friendship, oh my God, we're going to talk about something else that just blew my freaking mind. Like I'm all over the place today, but this is one of those things where it's like he's able to manipulate people into believing that all of this is a reality and that everyone can have all of these things when the truth is very opposite. We've talked about this before, I think, on stream. In fact, where I said, what happens then to the individuals who work at a fast food restaurant, or who are your servers, who are the farmers who, grow the food and distribute it, all of those types of individuals who aren't millionaires or billionaires. Not everyone in the world can have that. It's just not a reality. But people associate them being able to because of the things that they see online and not realize, and then they disassociate the reality part of it.
Was showing the viewers that when people interact with Mr. Beast in a way that benefits Mr. Beast, when they
oh my god, and if people don't understand taxes, yo, that's facts. The guy who oh yeah, I gotta find that video. But there was a guy that won the $1 million. I think the hand on the $1 million the box with the glass box, plexiglass box with $1 million in it. I remember him saying to the dude, yeah, we want to set you up. It was something like, we want to set you up, the right way, so we'll help you deal with money management and all this other stuff. And then from what I understand, like the dude went on, maybe he was streaming himself, and he talked about it, and he said something like, he never did that. And that's kind of fucked up, because you just gave this individual who essentially had nothing their whole life $1 million. You made them spend that money very, very quickly, but then you say to them, we're going to help you set yourself up for the rest of your life. But in all actuality, you did not do that. And you know what the mentality of a person who gets money like that is when they don't have anything growing up. It's a fucking rush. It's an adrenaline rush. And it's like, what can I do with this money? And they burn through it. That's why you see so many lottery winners who go broke so quickly. And the reality of it is, like someone said this once before, maybe it was even a movie, but honestly, I think it was someone in real life who said this, and it is one of the truest things on this world. Money doesn't change people. Money shows you who they really are. And I think that plays into the effect of the people who win this money from them and who have no financial guidance. It just shows how reckless they can be with it. But at the same time, I think on a level, it shows exactly who Jimmy was from the start, or Mr. Beast was from the start. I mean, the dude is a gambler. He's a gambler. He's a huge fucking gambler. All right. He gives away this money and everything else, but it's more for him, and it's to feed his ego and to feed his addictions as well, because he knows he's going to make this money back hand over fist through the viewership of these videos, especially when you understand the market that you're pushing it out to.
they do what he tells them to do, they win big rewards.
Is he subscribed? You are subscribed. Here's some money. Have a good day.
That is so true. That is like the ultimate training right there. You did good, here's a cookie. This is like your parents, literally. Back in the day, more spent on vids than X amount in return. Exactly. I don't care how much he spends on one video. The amount that video makes him back is fucking ridiculous. Brand deals, so I mean, it's just stacks of things, and then merch, of course, huge thing. Like the amount of money that I think in their case, especially the amount of money they actually have to spend on a sweatshirt or a t-shirt or a hat or a pair of shoes or a basketball, whatever the case may be, is very minimal because they can do it in such a large bulk. It's obscene. Not only that, but companies want to build with him. He is Mr. Beast. So of course they want to give him these products at such a low cost that where when he sells a fucking tank top for 65, 70 bucks, you know the return on that is easily within the 60% plus bracket. Like, I'm not even kidding about that. $100 million. Thank you. $100 million given to you by Amazon to put on a show. Mad crazy. But what I was saying, like, this is like the ultimate training sort of situation. Back in the day when your parents said, hey, did you do such and such? And you said no, guess what? No dessert. Or go your ass to bed, go to the corner. It's time out time. You getting your ass whooped. But if you did it, here's a cookie. Oh, go ahead. You get an extra hour of playtime. You get to go out with your friends. You can go to the movies. You're not grounded. Like, whatever the case may be. That's how you're trained. Did you subscribe to Mr. Beast? Okay, here's $1,000. Now, everybody thinks that they have a potential to possibly run into Mr. Beast out on the streets, and he could ask them at any point in time, did they subscribe and get $1,000? The ultimate, man. That is the ultimate.
Some of them feel like I just walk around with $1,000. It's like, oh, thanks for watching my videos. Hit that subscribe button because you might bump into me in real life, and it might make you a lot of money.
It might. And that's the thing. That you don't have to, that's the way you get around things too. You don't say it will or it is. It might, it could, maybe. Because at that point you're not lying.
People are devout followers of Mr. Beast, they get rewarded. And step 3 is finally calling on the viewer to act in some way that benefits the brand. Promising big rewards in return. Now it's your turn to do what Mr. Beast tells you, and you will win big rewards. But you actually won't unless you're famous or friends or family of a Mr. Beast employee. So young, impressionable viewers are made to believe that Mr. Beast is a trusted authority who can give them big rewards. These young viewers are explicitly shown that dedicated followers or random subscribers like themselves are winning big rewards when they do what Mr. Beast tells them. These young viewers are explicitly
okay, so that whole like subscribe and get a cookie, subscribe and you could be in a future video, subscribe and invite, and I'll invite you next, like different things like that. You know, it's one of those situations. That's what actually is kind of the hook for people. There's usually like giveaways and things like that that go on. And do I have a problem with giveaways? I don't think I do. As long as you're actually giving away the product and it's fair. As long as, you know, you're not just sending it to your friends or your friend is winning constantly, you know, as long as, in fact, in those cases, your friend should be fucking ixnayed from them. They shouldn't be allowed to be a part of a giveaway. And if it comes down to like an actual sweepstakes or something like that, that's the reason why, like in the, you hear the fast talking lawyer in the background in any sweepstakes, or you see it in the fine print, anyone who's associated with whatever the company is cannot be, or you know, you can't be family, friends, neighbors, and some more shit. There's a reason why that's in the place. But when it comes to YouTube and everything else, it's always been a thing that I think a lot of individuals like to give back to the communities that help them grow. And if it's legit, cool. It's a problem when it's not. Let me skip over some of this because, yeah. Oh, damn, it's kind of hard to skip through this because he's making some valid points in a lot of different sections.
So you have to plan for a bunch of variables that you can't control, blah, blah. If what we did was scripted, holy shit, this stuff would be easy to pump out.
That's bullshit. Yeah, I know personally, I'm telling you right now, a bunch of it's scripted because you couldn't pull off a great deal of the stuff that he does pull off. Not only that, but anytime, it's like if you know anything about what was always called TV magic plays the same role in YouTube, if not on a bigger scale, because number one, you know, the mind state of individuals, the ability to pay attention to things is absolutely shit nowadays. This is why ads are 6, 15, 30 seconds long, no more than a minute. When it comes to videos, this is why YouTube's want, like, you know, at least that 10-minute mark, because that's about the expansion of time that an individual who finds something entertaining that really draws them in, that they can sit and actually watch it. Now, you do have people who will watch a 30-minute video, an hour-long video, whatever. I'm one of those people who do that shit, especially, if the content is something that's interesting. Cool. Hell, sometimes I just leave stuff on in the background and let it play, and that's how I figure out stuff that's going on or whatever the case may be. But in the case of this, especially when you're doing it for kids, entertainment, and I know that a lot of them would probably say, well, no, a lot of middle-aged and adults, they all watch it. Now, your greater crowd is young kids who are lying about their age, using their parents, phones or tablets or whatever. That's the case. But when it comes down to that sort of audience, you have to keep everything on edge, everything jumping. You got to keep the excitement going and everything else in order to retain those viewers.
Have you ever faked a video?
No. But this train track is CGI, these bus wheels are CGI, this explosion is fake, this shredder is CGI, this car is digitally lifted, this pit is fake, this guy is fake, this raccoon is a paid actor, this island costs more than $1, this city is not abandoned, these buildings are CGI, but it's not your only way.
I love this. This raccoon is a paid actor, which is hilarious because if you guys know anything about this situation, which we'll probably get into right after this video is done, but on X, someone tried saying, oh, this stuff is all not true. And one of the things they put in there is that, well, I don't even know how to answer that. A raccoon? A paid actor? That's a joke. Well, first off, you could say that this guy was being facetious, but then I look at it in a different way. You know that there is a such thing as pets that are actors or actresses in the case of a female pet. Fucking Air Bud. You think they just had some dumbass dog, some random dog on the scenes of this movie who was doing all this stuff on key or it just out the blue on command? No, that dog was trained and it's a trained actor. I'm sorry, that raccoon was a little bit too goddamn friendly. And I remember when I saw that, I was like, ain't no way they're out there playing with the fucking potentially rabid, wild raccoon. No fucking way. Hang on, how far back was it?
It would be easy to pump out.
Have you ever faked a video?
No. But this train track is CGI, these bus wheels are CGI, this explosion is fake, this shredder is CGI, this car is digitally lifted, this pit is fake, this guy is fake, this raccoon is...
Listen. I don't know how many of y'all have ever had a raccoon in your backyard. Niggas, it's not this nice. Yo, facts. And think about this. When you sit there and paw to your dog or even your cat sometimes, when they do that shit, it's because you trained them to do so, or someone who owned them before you did trained them to do so. No raccoon really wants to reach out at you like this. In fact, they'd probably rather scratch your eyes out than to sit here and, give you the dap right now, or give you a high five. It's just not happening like this.
As a paid actor.
This right here, this dude. It's crazy how people's minds and memories work. I remember seeing this dude in this video, and I'm like, he was in another video. Actually, no, it was the first video he did where he lost at the... Was it the Star or the Umbrella? I think it was the Star the first time when he did the first one where they were like, oh, he could have won X amount of dollars and he lost at the last fucking stage. But I'm like, he was in a different freaking video prior to that. They were saying it was his first time in any one of the videos, which was untrue. And then it happened over and over and over and over again. Looking at this section right here, he's stalling for time, looking back, trying to wait until the clock goes down to 1 second. This is movie or TV magic at its finest. He probably could have cleared this out in no time at all. He might have even known the pattern. But the reality of it is, to make the drama more intense, you got to go down to that last second. It's like every fucking movie that's ever had something blow up in it. We have 10 seconds left. What's he going to do? Clip the red clip the red wire, clip the red wire. And somehow motherfuckers are so sweaty and so, like, you know, crazy in the mind that they can't tell what's red, what's blue, what's green, what's yellow. And they're like, oh, should I clip the blue? While everybody else is like, the red wire. And then it's like 1 second, pow. They clip the red wire and it all stops. It's the same fucking premise. This is wild that if during filming, yeah, he's looking back constantly.
You did it! Yeah! What we did was scripted. Holy shit, this stuff would be easy to pump out.
Let's talk about Mac for a second.
We will die. Do you understand that?
I found public records showing that Mac moved from California to Greenville, North Carolina, where Jimmy is located, back in August 2023, 2 months before he appeared as a contestant. According to a former MrBeast employee, this is around the time when Mac started working full-time on the editing team at MrBeast. Also, he didn't just move into any old house, he moved into $1 million mansion. Now, I'm not going to dox him. Only some asshole would do something like that.
After doxing and bullying the pilot some more like a f***ing douchebag,
Turns to Eric and says, how do I fly this thing? And Eric just starts pushing buttons.
But I did find pictures of this mansion online, so I fed them into ChatGPT and asked it to create similar images. And this is what it came up with. And it's honestly...
So essentially all he's saying is that the dude who supposedly it was his first time on a video actually worked for MrBeast. And he goes into, like, this clip right here is what I saw while he was talking to the guy, obviously in the mansion, saying that that million or $800,000 he made would change his life forever, when in all reality it was a thing that he already had bread. Not only that, but he was working for MrBeast at the time, which is very disingenuous when it comes to, like, putting that out to the audience. So hopefully everyone understands that. That is faking not just a video, but creating a script in and of itself.
to be added in post.
I literally think I'm gonna kill you.
And yes, this lie detector video was also fake.
Have you ever faked a video?
No.
It's that lie.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Okay, so MrBeast fabricates some contestant dialogue and timers and movements and storylines and uses a bunch of shitty CGI, but who really cares? I mean...
And yeah, and I mean, using CGI in and of itself, I mean, you are faking something in a video. Like, building a lot of these sets and things like that is a very complicated thing. It's a very costly thing to do. Hell, Hollywood does it, you know, regularly. But then again, they also use CGI. It's one of the least expensive ways to actually make a movie or anything else like that. Big green screen rooms, not just rooms, but actual hangars that are nothing but green screen or blue screen, depending on what the necessity or the necessary color is, depending on like the type of lighting you actually want for a scene in a movie. These are things that I think that everyone should understand happen, but people don't. And so when you feed it out to people that this is not the case, that you don't do these things, well, it becomes very disingenuous. But going beyond this, even if we go farther beyond, oh, this is where it starts getting really fucking messy.
Friends with watching? That one's 10 grand?
They are never random subscribers. If you subscribe, you will not win $1 million. And what's even worse is that the results of this video were completely scripted. According to a former MrBeast employee, it would have been a PR problem if the boys had won by a lot. And because so...
And if you guys don't understand what that means, well, all he's saying is that, well, if the boys had won by a large group... PR nightmare would have been that everyone would have been like, oh, this is so misogynistic because the girls didn't have a chance. Though this was supposed to be a random situation where, in all actuality, most of the individuals who were at this 100 boys versus 100 girls video were actually people that worked for MrBeast. In fact, his girlfriend was actually there. So they say that it was a thing that the answer that came back from the Beast team or someone at MrBeast, whether he knew that they threw this out there or not, they say that, well, it was because some people had COVID and at the last minute COVID test came back positive, so we had to go ahead and put, you know, employees in. Well, guess the fuck what? You still put employees in there. And then to say that they didn't alter the game itself in any way is untrue, because there was a guy who could actually complete all of the Rubik's Cube's tasks. Mr. Beast went in, gave him 10 grand to get out the game in order to give the girls a chance to win. So you are playing favorites, and in all actuality, that is illegal to do when it comes to a game show that's supposed to be won by chance. You are supposed to show zero favoritism.
So many of the female contestants were Mr. Beast employees who got out immediately. Production stepped in to actually make the results of the challenge closer. You can actually see some of this happen on camera, like when Jimmy pays one of the boys $10,000
right
to leave, which is twice as much as the actual prize money. But doesn't
Dude is sitting there doing the fucking Rubik's Cubes. No look, bruh. You a cold son of a bitch.
make the same offer to the girls.
The boys were blowing you out of the water. I paid the one guy who knew how to solve them to leave. Now if you don't
So you essentially wait. Now if you don't
win, that was all for nothing.
So you essentially played favorites right there, right then and there. Whether you like it or not, the reality of it is that that's exactly what happened. This one right here, I don't want to go too much into it, but another whole rigging of a game show. And this is interesting. This is very interesting.
Tie all the knots so that we know they've tied them at the exact same tension. I mean, we get down to inches. And then we have a standards and practices person. And if you don't know what that is, on any kind of a game show where there is a prize, you have to have somebody that ensures that it's fair. They are out there essentially to make sure that we don't do something that would favor one player or one tribe.
And I mean, that makes sense. That makes 100% sense. It is the U.S. after all. The U.S. has all kinds of guidelines to every damn thing, especially when you're playing for money. Like, that's a very big thing. Very big thing. All right, and then, this is where
I paid the one guy who knew how to solve them to leave.
In my mind, I'm thinking it's a fair game, but it's not. If they were having problems finding people, they can see kind of what area you're.
Everybody went off on Rosanna Panzino for what she said about the hide and go seek, that she allegedly won. From what it sounds like, she had actually won this hide and seek, but Mr. Beast, or Jimmy, decided that he was going to change the results. In fact, one guy went so far as to actually break the rules by going into a spot that he was not supposed to be in, which I think was in the rafters or the vents and things like that, and they allowed him to keep going. In her case, when she came up as the last person, they changed the results and put someone else in as the last, as the actual winner, which she came out about, and everyone just shit on her for it.
And they came to my area many times, and I was in the smallest cupboard. They had like big ones, medium ones, and small ones. I contorted this little 4'10" body.
So create a fictional story where Logan Paul was top 3. Mr. Beast does not deny. Why did you lie? Why did you say in the video that you found Logan literally 1 minute before Zach? I outlasted Logan and was proud of what I accomplished. Oh, okay. So it wasn't that she won; she outlasted Logan. It actually built some confidence in myself that wasn't there before. I don't know. Been a while. Let's call and figure it out. Fuck. Allegedly, this is from Mr. Beast. Damn, bro. I don't know. It's just something I did at that point in time. You know what? Call me. We'll holler about the situation. I'll give you 5 racks to shut the fuck up so we don't have to talk about this again. Like, wow.
Space, and I was in there for hours, and they didn't even open the door because they were like, a person can't even fit in there. So they went in there and they opened all the cabinets, and my heart was like, oh, they're gonna find me.
Reinforcement, and you aren't born understanding sarcasm. Whatever the reason.
This
Samsung Galaxy.
PewDiePie going off about people doing giveaways still after 10 years of YouTube, so on and so forth, distribution. These are the actual rules and guidelines. If you want to watch this video, you can go through and watch it all yourself. Like I said, I don't want to go through this whole hour, but this is the section that I really want to get to, because I remember actually watching this, and I laughed about this situation too. I was like, wait a fucking minute.
Beast live streamed him and his friends signing limited edition shirts celebrating 40 million
I've seen this a couple of times,
And
in
here are
fact.
just some of the clips from that stream.
For those of you who are just joining, if you buy one of our limited edition 40 mil special shirts, we're celebrating 40 million subscribers with a really big video, then we will sign that shirt, and some of them will get random prizes like this. In 10 minutes, right, because we got to give them time to do their cart, we'll give 2 orders $500 each. 5 minutes, someone's getting $3,000 in their order. In 5 minutes, we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to...
So he repeatedly changes the guidelines of when the money's going to be put into any specific box. But not only that, the real big problem here is that when it's these types of giveaways and things like that, you're not supposed to have it to where it requires a purchase. No purchase necessary. That's why you hear that so many different times in, on different commercials, on different prize giveaways, whether it's from Lay's, fucking Fritos, Doritos, but they're owned by the same goddamn company. Whatever, Pepsi, I don't care. Budweiser, it's all the same. It's against the law.
Put $1,000 in a random order. 2 minutes, newest order gets
prize chance payment.
$2,000. Good luck, everybody.
So this was a 6-hour live stream. They took it down off YouTube, but 5 hours of it are still up on their Facebook page. And during those 5 hours, I kept...
Not anymore after this video. In fact, after this video came out, all of those different types of videos started getting wiped off of the Mr. Beast Facebook pages.
Counted 46 illegal lotteries. These lotteries are also run poorly multiple times. They would say something like, buy in the next 5 minutes for a chance to win. And then 7 minutes later go, actually, the newest order in 30 seconds is going to win.
And
What's going on, King Brian? How you doing, bro?
5 minutes, we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to put $1,000 in a random order. Hey, Daryl, don't we owe someone $1,000? We do. Yeah. So
in 30
all right,
seconds.
So the newest order in 30 seconds, we are going to put $1,000.
I told you, I remember this, bro. Like, it's so foul that kept happening. And what's really crazy is, like, so many of the people were like, what are the games you're going to play in this 24-hour straight? Give me 1 sec. Let me get this thought out. What's really foul is that so many of the people actually came out and said they did not receive anything. And then to make matters worse, and the one that really pissed me off, and I remember, like I said, I saw this on stream and I'm like, nah, this is too wild right here. Where's it at? Where the frick is it at? Essentially, he wasn't even signing the stuff. He was saying that you were going to receive a shirt that was signed by him, all this other stuff, and there it is right there. Oops.
By Mr. Beast and crew, but the description says it's signed by a member of the Mr. Beast crew, and it doesn't say anywhere that other members will sign MB, deceiving people into believing it was signed by
That's
Mr.
not
Beast.
Mr. Beast
So
signing
here's a
it.
clip of Tyler forging, or not, maybe not forging, using Mr. Beast's signature. So Tyler signs MB, which is Mr. Beast's signature. Then he covers it, signs his own initials, TC, smirks, looks around, and then quickly slides the shirt away.
Like,
Could
bruh.
you make it any more obvious? You don't accidentally have someone else's signature as muscle memory.
Even-
and again, I'm not a lawyer. I think this is fraud. Maybe they could say...
And even Tariq looked at the screen like, oh shit, did anybody catch that? But the problem with something like this is that if there's any monetary value attached to memorabilia and things like that, which we all know that there typically is, which is why we have, fucking Pokemon cards that are worth thousands and tens of thousands of dollars, and why OJ ended up actually going to prison for stealing his own memorabilia, trying to steal his own memorabilia back. Didn't get caught up on the murders, but he stole his own shit. That's a problem. And then it goes beyond that into, just numerous other things. But for you to say, oh, Jimmy's signing these t-shirts, all these people, you're going to get this t-shirt. For them, it's a thing of, well, I'm paying for this for the potential monetary value that it could be worth later on in the future. Especially, now I know at this point in time he hadn't said anything about it, hadn't, even put it in people's minds, but people automatically have it in their head. What if one day he runs for fucking president? Wow, I've got his signature right here, his autograph. You fucking lied. They're not getting that. And now for it to be exposed all over the internet, it makes pretty much every one of those shirts that were sent out absolutely worthless. Unless he signed one, said that there was a specific number on that specific one, and someone has it knowing that he signed it and you saw it in the video. But now, even those videos are brought down offline because, well, they got caught doing something that they know as a team or their PR people or their lawyers know was absolutely illegal. Now, here's the situation, all right? Now that this has gone down, all this information's come out. What ends up, happening next was, like I said, someone named Chucky from their crew, who obviously is not a PR person, put out a statement on X, and it was probably the worst fucking statement ever put out there. He tried dancing around the real problems, which is the illegal lotteries, which is, the way that people have gotten hurt, and bringing it back to what Nina actually said earlier about the Beast Games. There were tons of people who were saying that during the Beast Games, they were fucking injured. They didn't have the right type of medical staff, on hand. People were not getting fed in the proper amount of time. People were wearing the same drawers for like 3-4 days or something like that. Now that's just nasty. Let me just say it right now. Nasty. Gross. I couldn't fucking imagine. Like, balls sweating, it's hot, got all these people around out here doing these activities. Why am I in the same drawers? What is happening here? Girls were talking about they weren't getting proper fucking feminine hygiene. There's some of the things that I can actually look at and say you're stupid because you signed a waiver saying that I'm going to go ahead and go through this hell. You don't get to come back and complain after you do something that fucking dumb as a grown-ass adult, all right, who a lot of times are just chasing for clout. But when it comes down to the medical situations, there's no reason that they shouldn't have had proper medical teams on staff. When the hospital said that these people were coming in an influx with fucking twisted ankles, bruises, and all kinds of other things, there's a real problem here. There's a real problem. Essentially, because of Chris/Ava Tyson's look. First, the transition. I bring it back to the beginning. First, the transition, which got everybody knocking on the Beast door. But then to turn around and they find out that it's a diddler. Everything is coming crashing down, as far as when it comes to Mr. Beast. And this guy who made this video, Dogpack404, it says that's not even, that's not even the tip of the fucking iceberg. Now, granted, they said that he only worked there for like a month or so. How would he have access to all of this information? Well, first off, most of this information is fucking public knowledge that he put out there because the videos are all online. Plus, the law is, of course, all online. You can actually pull up just about any law that you want to for any state in the United States and the whole U.S., like governing laws of the U.S. as a whole, the Constitution, everything else, right there online. But he does have some form of insight, not only because he actually worked there, but he ended up working for a Mr. Beast subsidiary right after working for the main channel. So he was still working for them in a different capacity, but having the ability to gain outside knowledge. As far as the NDA, well, Mr. Beast has decided to go ahead, and I just noticed those people gonna look at you like you've been here for a whole day. He's insane. I'll talk about that in a minute because getting this set up was kind of wild too. But so Mr. Beast's team sent this kid a cease and desist. There's no refuting what he said as far as in these videos about the illegal lotteries and the gambling and pushing kids towards gambling, the shitty way that they increased the materials or the ingredients inside of his chocolate bar, and the promotion of all of these unhealthy foods to a young audience after saying how bad a lot of the stuff that people ate in America are. Now, I'm not saying I'm on anybody's side. What I want you guys to understand is this. There are facts here that are just absolutely irrefutable. And you can't sit here and lie and say that, oh, we don't edit or we don't fake or script our videos. You're full of shit because you have the same people in them repeatedly. You lied about what that person had as far as, you know, his lifestyle in order to sell an idea and a story. You do manipulate scenes. You utilize a shit ton of CGI. All of these different things that, you know, you say, well, we have to build these sets. No, you don't. It's CGI. But the worst part of it to me is not giving something to someone that you said that you would give them. And even worse still, and we have time, but I'm not going to pull up that video, was the way that they treated the guy who won that $1 million, who they said, we're going to help you get your life situated with a financial advisor and all these other things that they never provided. Essentially, when people come and say you're a fraud or you don't give a shit, you just do these things to feed your ego and everything else, how can you refute that when the evidence is pretty much just laid out for you just like this? And then you don't refute them yourself. You just decide to go ahead and say, oh, cease and desist because you're breaking an NDA. He's like, fuck the NDA. When a person has nothing to lose, they don't give a damn. They will say what it is that they want to say. But what the truth of it is they're not breaking the NDA based on giving out trade secrets. Everything that you did is literally online. So you might need to find a better way to go about dealing with this situation. That's all I got to say about this. Lies. They were lies. What was lies? What was lies, King Brian? But yeah, no, okay, so when I got this whole thing set up, like, it was a couple of days ago. You guys don't understand. This cost me some bread to do. It cost me some bread to do because, yeah, whatever. So I told him, I'm like, I will take one of the spots, and they're like, all right, cool. And I'm like, I need a 24-hour situation down at the esports thing. And they were like, yeah, okay, that works. But then I'm like, but what I need to do too is I need to have one of the spots to put certain things, and I'm going to be doing this and this, like with food and yada yada. And it got a little bit like iffy, but then after talking to him for a few minutes, it was the thing. I'm like, look, I've been here so many times. We've never had an issue. Really? And the guy that was here is hella cool. The woman that's here too, like right now, she's hella cool. But I ended up talking to her later on that evening. She called the manager, and he was like, "Yeah, fuck it, let him go ahead and do it. And what we'll do, we'll just charge him. We'll charge him for the 24 hours, but then he can take one of the rooms right afterward, so I don't have to just like up and get up and go. Because after this is done, I need to fucking sleep. I'm gonna need to sleep. And what's crazy is I've been up. I know we started. God damn, we only started almost 2 hours ago now, but I have been up since 6 something this morning. And mind you all that I didn't get to sleep until somewhere around like almost 2 in the morning because I was trying to finish certain things. And one of those things was just building this simple ass tier maker, but I had to do the pictures and everything else, yada yada yada. Anyway, as far as the games that we're going to be doing, bro, like, okay, listen. King Brian, what were lies? I need you to emphasize on that. As far as the games, I know that we're definitely doing Fortnite. I have a horror game, a small horror game that I downloaded from Steam. How much money do I have to send you to send me some ramen? Yo, listen, hold up. Look at this. Getting the guy, yeah, that was bullshit. it was bullshit, and I feel bad for him. I really do, because here's the thing. All right, I understand it. Once you get that kind of bread, you gotta know how to take care of things yourself. But when he was given that money, the first thing he had to do, and that was within like a couple of hours, like, you're buying a house right now. Like, that was part of the video deal. Then they took him to go shopping, all these other things. But when that individual, especially in the light of that moment, when you're looking at this individual who you might somewhat idolize, look up to, whatever, however you want to put it, when they say to you, hey, I'm going to make sure that we take care of you, get you a financial advisor, all these other things, when you hear that, it's kind of like, oh shit, all right, cool, I'm going to be good. But then when they don't do it, and then you contact them, you try to contact the offices repeatedly and everything else, and everybody's just blowing you off and brushing you off and saying, oh, he doesn't have time and all these other things, and then it never comes to fruition. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up. Let's be real about it. I'm going to show y'all something right now. I'm feeling big back right now. Should I have some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, or should I have an ice cream sundae with Oh, yo. I'm going to show y'all this right here. Bruh. Man. If you feeling big back, I mean, I ain't even going to lie to you. Especially since right now here, it's fucking humid as shit outside and everything else. I would personally say go with the ice cream sundae with caramel. But, the better choice, because I know how an ice cream sundae can go. You can go overboard with that. Just eat a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, it'll get you right. Unless you're going, if you're going to go for the punch bowl and a whole gallon of milk with a whole box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, eat the ice cream sundae instead, my boy. Eat that instead. I still want to tell you to eat the ice cream sundae over the Cinnamon Toast Crunch too, because I have a problem with cereal. Like, you know, just being all primarily corn. Nothing else, nothing good for you at all in there. Hang on, let me show y'all this real quick. Where's it at? Speaking of, where is it? Yo. So, yesterday, I knew I was only gonna get to eat one time yesterday. One time. I'm gonna pull an ice cube and fry and get the big ass bowl. That's the weekend cartoon bowl right there. No milk. We better put some water on that damn shit. But yesterday I knew I was only going to eat one meal. I stopped eating very early yesterday because of all this stuff I have right here. But part of that meal, this is what's crazy. I ordered the meal and I get a set. And in Japan, when you order a set, that means it comes with a drink and more than likely like some other side or something like that. Well, this came with a soup, a salad, the main dish, and dessert. Oh my God. Yo, let me tell you something right now. All right. Yeah, setto. It's combo. It's pretty much a combo. But you get this at every restaurant. This is not like a fast food situation. This is a whole ass restaurant. This was my lunch. This was my lunch right here. All right. So you got the pasta, you got the salad here, you got the soup right there, and then you got milk tea because I wanted milk tea yesterday, water, and then it came with the dessert. Look, I've never been a fan of mint chocolate chip ice cream, and the only reason I ordered that over something else was because that chocolate, I don't like chocolate cake. I'm not a whole chocolate cake person, not that type of person. But it was a chocolate lava cake with fucking caramel in the middle of it. That was the best mint chocolate chip ice cream I've ever had in my life. And here's the crazy thing. So a girl I've been seeing here, she told me straight up, she was like, she asked me, like, when we were first talking to each other, and I laughed about it. She's like, do you like mint chocolate chip ice cream? I'm like, this is some kind of a test that I don't like. I don't like taking this test right here. But I've always had, like, I was like, nah. She goes, you have to try it here. So, of course, I do. And fuck, it was fire. That whole meal right there, that nice plate of pasta, the salad, the soup, the milk tea, dessert. Not even joking. I was surprised by this. It was $10 fucking. That's it. That's it. And your ass decided not to share. The betrayal is crazy. I'll share the picture on Instagram at some point. My bad. What sounds better is ice cream sundae with caramel and a homemade fruit smoothie. Yes, a homemade fruit smoothie is always fire. That's always fire. Hang on, I gotta check something real quick. Something is off here. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Bong. Let's see. Where's it at? Bam. Yeah. Right there. Hang on, I gotta check this out. Yeah, I was right. What the frick? I don't know if that's popped up yet or not. I don't know. Whatever. But listen, if y'all don't know, here, now you know. Please, go ahead. Help your boy out. Support the channel. Support the stream. I'm a starving artist. No, listen. Nah. What the frick would happen to Bullet? Hey, listen. You know what? Now I realize. I've been dropping F-bombs all morning. I think I gotta slow down at some point in time. But listen, go ahead. Please download Mech Arena. Use the link right there. You can do it on both PC or mobile. All right. Download Mech Arena. Help your boy out. Support the stream. I ain't gonna lie about it. This ain't fucking you downloading that is not a philanthropic situation. This is gonna help me. All right. This is gonna help me. I have no shame in saying this. Download Mech Arena today. Go ahead and do so. But here's the thing. Get to level 9. Your boy gets paid. And you get bonuses. That includes gold, diamonds, better mechs. Help you win. Beat people down online. All right. I do like to say this though at the same time because I'm promoting fucking online games and shit. Go out and touch grass at some point in time too. Please do that as well. But download the game. Help your boy out. It's a win-win situation. I mean, it's the greatest game of all time, Mech Arena. Sorry, I had to say it. You know what? I've told you guys this before. I download everything as far as when it comes to doing these promos. I try them out myself. I've been playing. Wait till your Fortnite level. Okay, yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a second. I've been playing Marvel Strike Force since the day that I had it as my my sponsorship. Hang on 1 second. You know what? See, I try and give y'all the option. Marvel Strike Force is another option again right now for me to run as a sponsor. What the frick? Damn, did I just say that again? What is wrong with me right now? Am I already tired? God, nah, this ain't happening like that. But yeah, so I try and give you guys the option, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, they got puzzles and survival, Rise of Kingdoms, Raid Shadow Legends. I mean, go figure. Raid Shadow Legends, Marvel Strike Force, Roblox. Who doesn't have who gives you Roblox for sponsorship? Like, bruh. Everyone in a mama has Roblox. Star Trek Fleet Command, Genshin Impact, Warpath, Call of Dragons. I think Genshin Impact in Roblox and Raid Shadow Legends needs to stop trying to give out sponsorships because dead ass, everybody has them. They don't pay you unless the people are new players. I'm sorry, everybody already has those games. You don't have Roblox? Well, you know what? Let me be dead ass about this. I don't have Roblox on my phone. I have Roblox on Xbox, and I think I have it on PC though. I think I do have it on PC as well. But I think that might have been Roblox Mobile. You know, there was a game. It's what started the channel too. It's what started our channel. Called Lumber Tycoon 2. I was a gangster at that game, bro. Like I built fireworks, repeaters, and all kinds of stuff. Like, yo, just a straight G at that game. Anyway, I was gonna show y'all this right now. Okay, yo, this ain't no joke. Some of those videos are atrocious, but a lot of them are fantastic. There's one video that I took off. I privated that video a long time ago, but it was actually fun. It was when I first taught my ex how to play COD. Yeah, we're doing Minecraft. I used to love, bro, I even thought about doing Minecraft all night tonight. But here's the thing. Okay, so just to answer the question from earlier, I go on tangents. But we are going to definitely hop on to Fortnite. I have a horror game. I'm trying to figure out what other game. Like, listen, you guys need to give me something. Like, what game would you want me to play for a long period of time on stream? Some people said Resident Evil 4. Like, maybe. Costing bread. I ain't mad. It doesn't cost that much on Steam. Cool. The other one was the new game Hellblade. Another option was, what was it? The Quarry. I think the last time I did a 24-hour stream, I actually did one of those games that are in that series in that 24-hour stream and finished it that night. But yeah, The Quarry was another one. You still have Tinder? Nah. In fact, no, I don't. But I could access. No, I can't access it anymore anyway. Yeah, I can't access it anymore. Let's see. Oh, okay. So here's what I was gonna show y'all. So I kind of want to do this and get it out of the way now, because I don't know what's gonna happen when I do this. But this is what I was told to get. This is okay. So I was told to get ramens. Of course, I got the ramens. Zaza, you gonna hit the Zaza? Nah. But this one is technically, this is yakisoba. All right. Now, it clearly says yakisoba right there. That's what it says here. Yakisoba. I'm going the wrong way. But let me tell you something real fast. The warning says that it's so spicy. It's so spicy, it can bring you to tears. What's funny is this word over here on the side, and this is why I hate kanji specifically, because I'm like, katakana, hiragana, fine. Kanji, I'm like, but that shit says prison on one level. And then you got a straight fucking Oni on here, a demon. Looks like it came from the devil's ass. So I'm kind of the mindset, I might want to eat this now, but this bag is full of snacks. It's all snacks. And this is what I'm be eating over the next 24 hours. And you know what? I'm going to start this off right now. And I'm going to hit this S cup. That sounds crazy. Like, she got an S cup, bruh. S cup. Nah, but, yeah. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is go with the actual hottest thing first. That's what I think I need to do. Because I seriously, like, I want to know how bad this is. Like, everything else, I've been like, this ain't shit. Nothing's hot. Nothing is hot to me here. It's fucking crazy. And even when I eat stuff like the spiciest possible bulldog and everything else, I got the tier list ready too for when I crack this open. Some of the stuff I'll try while we're on stream. Some of the stuff I'ma just leave, and I'ma eat periodic. Oh, no. Some of the stuff I'll try during the tier list. Some of the stuff I'll eat periodically throughout the stream, and some of the stuff is like for tomorrow morning, cause I love gory movies, absolutely love them. But anyway, so this right here, S Cup, this is a straight energy drink here. And it's crazy how it comes in this heavy ass glass bottle. I feel like I just went to the motherfucking to the what's it called? Goddamn, I'm forgetting English now, nigga. Like, this is wild. Like, I went to the oh my god, my brain, I'm shot right now. The pharmacy. Like, I went to the pharmacy and was like, hey, yo, give me that purple drink. Give me that purple drink. Thank you. How did you know what I was trying to say? How did you know what I was trying to say? That's crazy. Wait a minute. Hey, yo. This smelled like it came from the pharmacy. I'm not even playing. This is crazy. It smelled like it came from the pharmacy, but it also smells like Flintstones fucking vitamins from when I was a kid. Terrified. Never heard of it. I can't do gory movies, but I can do extremely gory video games. Like, that's crazy. I love gory movies. Like, this shit is great. It's great. Let's get this a shot. Oh, good lord. Why did that taste? That kind of tasted like a Flintstones vitamin, but like super. That leaves a bad taste in your mouth, for real. That leaves a bad taste in your mouth, but yeah. I did get told though to be careful because this shit has like an overwhelming amount of get sawed in half upside down. That's nothing. An overwhelming amount of caffeine in it. I mean, seriously, bro, if you ever watch any Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that's like they pull that in every single one of them. I'm like, that's the problem. I don't find any more movies really gory anymore. I really don't. I don't find movies scary at all, like nowadays, especially. So yeah. Okay. So that's 50 milligrams of fucking caffeine in here. Taurine, yeah. It's primarily. That's wild. Okay, well. That is a unique taste. And I'm not saying it is bad. What you really get at the end, like, is citrus. Like, you get citrus super tough at the end. Makes your mouth pucker. I literally just drank liquefied Sour Patch Kids with fucking Flintstones vitamins. That's what that tasted like. That is wild. Oh, by the way, Billy, you want to know something about 2 weeks ago? I could have went to. Oh Lord, thanks, thanks to your 4-year-old stepdaughter. What did she do? Damn, you down that shit like you had. Hey, pause, nigga. You hold that up, hey, Brian. Okay. You know what? I do need a snack right now, though, too. I can't believe. I don't know why I just drank that right now. Oh, hey, yo. This was not on the. This isn't on a tier list, but for real, I saw it and I had to get it. I was gonna do something crazy, but then I realized where I'm actually doing this stream at, and I'm like, I better not do it. Y'all know what them are? Edibles. Man, it's went straight to edibles. Oh my god. Yo, that took me out for real. That took me out for real. Saying edibles? Ah, nah, bro. Yeah, pretty much edibles. Yo, pop rocks. Yeah, yeah, bro. I saw these. I was like, hey, yo, I haven't seen these in fucking forever. And what's crazy, I was like, you know what? I wanted to drop some in some melon soda, but I don't know what the reaction would be, and if it would spill all over this desk right here. I got them rocks, baby. Got them rocks. Oh, it's the ones with the sweet tarts in it too. Got them rocks. What you need, shawty? Oh, no. Yeah. Oi. All sugar, baby. There we go. See, they look like straight cocaine and Adderall. That's wild. That is wild. Like, chat, y'all are fucking. Oh, that's crazy. All right. If you guys, hey, Deadlight. So what happened? How'd you almost go to jail? Oh, listen. We are definitely talking about what the fuck is going on with y'all in the States right now. Listen. Y'all got some real shit. We done already talked about your peddler situation. But what about this assassination attempt? Like, bro, I'm so glad I live here. Because the shit that's about to go down there in the States is wild. I do need to take a quick break, everybody. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Thanks a million for being here. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and most definitely like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hop in the chat. I can see chat even though the people on Twitch can't see chat, but you can see the Twitch chat. And if you're on Twitch, give a follow, go ahead, subscribe. If you want to, hop in the chat, most definitely. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna turn on some music. It might go into copywritten music that might get me fucked up, but hang on. I'll be back in a second. Can you guys hear me? There we go. There we go. All right. So I have an idea. We watch a 60 days in fight video. Wait, what? So it was me, Jasmine, and Josephine home. I lay Jasmine down for a nap. Wait 5 to 10 minutes. Lay Josephine down for a nap. Now, granted, I haven't been to bed since the night prior. I lay down next to her playpen at the time. Jasmine decides to go up, go to the door, and let the dog out. Cops were driving by when it happened. Oh no. Yeah, bro. Yeah. They like to do that shit. They like to get up and go and do things that they know that they're not supposed to do. Because you know what? Leave me unattended, I'm fucking up. That's the law right there. That's child law, bruh. Leave me unattended. It's like that old meme. What was it? What can I say? I was left unattended. Like facts. Oh, yo, like I'm about to start snacking right now. I can't help myself. For real, for real. Hang on. Let me find what it is I want. Listen. If ever there were Doritos that tasted the way that Doritos were supposed to taste, these are taco flavored Doritos on everything. These have got to be the fucking best Doritos on this planet. I'm not playing. The Japanese Doritos, fuck. My God, these things are good. I've had these so many times, it's not even funny. When I had to choose what I had to eat on a night, I'm like, I mean a bag of fucking Doritos. Let's call it what it is. That's not what I want right now. I can't find what I want. Damn, all this. Hold on. Is that what the? I'm missing something here. Okay, there we go. All right. Don't trip. We got some dried squid. I'm gonna bust off the smell. I'm about to bust. And if y'all don't know, I love squid. I do love me some squid. I've not tried this brand of dried squid though. That's fucking legit. Yo. Edible blunts. That's some edible blunts. Nah, bro. Nah. These are the thinnest. You can't even call this a blunt. You can't call this a blunt. That's not a blunt. What's crazy, okay, so it's squid jerky pretty much. But it's not like super tough. It would probably be good in some ramen or something like that, like dead ass. You're supposed to eat this while you're drinking, which might happen tonight. I mean, that honestly might happen tonight. I could just ask. It was crazy. This place, they got food. I'm gonna eat the food. The food is okay. But if I'm gonna eat food, I'm gonna walk out of here, go next door either way, order some food, come back. But they got beer, and they got my favorite thing, which is highballs. Pause, nigga. Like, I know that sounded weird. It sounded weird, but a highball is whiskey soda. Fantastic. You can get it with like a lemon sour, something like that. But yeah, whiskey soda. So how about my 60 days in idea? Wait a minute, what is this? I mean, it's not something that's gonna get me like copy struck or something crazy like that banned, right? I'm not gonna start the tier list yet, but that is on the tier list. Oh, okay. Okay. I know what you're talking about now. I was just talking about prison too, because of the Arizona situation. And speaking of the America again, so listen. When I saw that there was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump, the first thing that came to my mind was, he just won the presidency. Like, that's fucking wild. Listen. Hate him or love him, whichever way you go on that, that's fine. But first off, let me say, there's no reason, there's no way that, because of political discourse or because you don't agree with somebody, you don't like somebody, anything like that, that anybody should be attempting to assassinate anyone, for that matter, let alone an ex-president. But when I saw it, I was like, yeah, so Biden may as well drop out at this point, because he's not winning this. Because the dude not only survived, but then he acted like he was a nigga on a stage afterward. He was like, you can't stand us, but this motherfucker threw up the fist and all. I'm surprised he didn't just go like that on some Hell Hitler type shit. But whatever. All right, I'm shocking. Whatever. My question is, how the fuck you hit his ear but not his big ass? Bruh, I'm about to get into that too right now. Not only does he do that, but then his ass goes golfing the next day. And he makes a good shot or something like that. And this is when I really knew. I was like, oh no, people are going to eat this up. It's a good shot. They're like, good shot, Mr. President, whatever. And he goes, yeah, unlike the shooter, I don't miss. I said, hell no. He think he in the hood. He think he out here trying to be a real brother. Like, nah, bro, nah, you can't do that. Everybody's got their ideas on that whole situation, but here's what's crazy to me, all right? Kid had no social media presence. He didn't leave. He ain't been in the trenches. I'm trying to leave. Yo. He had no social media presence. He didn't leave some crazy manifesto. No criminal record. No nada. And it's like, you just, some people are crazy. Listen, I'm on social media and I don't have a social media presence. So I get it. But that dude was like 20, whatever. He about some other shit. It is what it is. But they came up with all kinds of conspiracy theories. But why didn't nobody come up with this conspiracy theory right here? He was paid to miss. That's my listen. It's not actually my conspiracy theory, but I'm just throwing it out there in the waters. He was paid to miss. This was the assured way that Trump would win the presidency. Take the shot. Harris paid. Nah, bro. No. Listen, this is what I'm saying. You don't understand. This is before Harris even was in that position, before it was announced. That's what I'm saying right there. You notice Biden's ass dropped out after the fact. It's like, nah, nigga, he just got shot at. Biden was sitting back in the Oval Office, just like, it is what it is. Wait, that nigga got shot at? Wait, is he dead? Oh, he survived? No, cuz, no. I'm out. I quit. Like, that was Biden right there. It was like, so he got shot out. And he survived. Yeah, ain't no way I'm winning this next election. So Biden said, I quit. I'm done. Harris, you up for the nomination. Go on and get in there. But what if it was a thing where Republicans or Trump himself, it's like, hey, listen, take this shot at me. You're gonna miss. I'm gonna make sure your family's taken care of, your girl, like everything else. We'll erase your digital footprint, all that. But this is gonna ensure my next presidency. like it's so far fetched. But the honest to God truth of it is that it's just a crazy situation because somebody said it the best. They were like, the one thing that saved Trump's life was being a racist. I was weak because he was turning to look at the board saying how many illegal immigrants and things like that were coming in, and that's when the shot just so happened to take flight and grazed his ear. Like, bruh, that is the luckiest thing ever right there. He could have been ended in that moment. But then you take a look at the situation that comes about. Biden drops out. Harris is all of a sudden put in as the next, the Democratic candidate. Trump decides, I'm not ready for this debate. Now, that's a bad look on his behalf. And here's the reason why it's a bad look. I don't give a fuck who you got to go against. I don't care if it's last second. It don't matter. You got to be ready for anything. That's the one thing you taught in the world, in the streets. Be ready for anything. Any fight you ever been in, be ready for anything. You weren't ready to take on this debate with her out the gate. Now all of a sudden it says that he's ready to take on the debate. But the bottom line to it is he never should have fucking postponed the one that was going to be had anyway. If she was ready, he should have been ready. It's 3 months to the gate. Wait. Yeah. It's like 3 months to the gate right now. Does she have a chance at winning in 3 months? Yeah, I don't know. Did she have a chance at winning in the first place? I doubt it. And the Democrats are just like, you know what, just throw her up on the chopping block. We ain't gonna put nobody real up there right now because, look, it'd be a waste of our fucking time at this point. That man just got shot at and he survived it. Like, this is wild. So, I don't know. It's just a messy situation because what he then fucked up on was in his wording and saying, well, 4 years from now, we won't have to worry about it. Like, what you trying to say? You ain't giving up the presidency in 4 years again? Like, damn, we just went through this with you before. Like, bro, what are you about to become supreme ruler, dictator of the United States? Like, it's just mad the way that the whole political scene is. And what's really fucked up is just how bad everything is there right now. People telling me about how much it costs to get fucking food, gas. I saw a video that had me weak. Man's went into a Quickie Mart or some shit like that. He tried buying a Powerade. It cost him $5.34. I said, nigga, never. Like that, nah, you tripping. Like, you must be out your rabid ass mind. I'm paying $6 for a fucking Powerade? Bro, you better put some salt in some goddamn water. Like, listen, Robitussin on that shit. Like, you know, you got some leftover Robitussin in the motherfucking cabinet. You better pour a little bit of that in some water and call it a day. Like, absolutely not. All right, you sent one on Discord? Cool, because I actually got the Discord open right now. 60 days in, greatest hits. Man, watch, I'm going to get hit for some violence and some shit like that. They going to hit me. Just eating those few right there just really made me hungry. That really just made me hungry. Salt water is fire, not even joking. Hey, you do what you got to do, especially when fucking Powerade is costing you $6. That's crazy as hell. That's absolutely insane. Look. Hang on. I gotta change some up. So, look, I need to know, y'all, what game do y'all want to see? Because I don't know why I didn't check this out yet. But let me pull up Xbox on here real quick. I need to see if I can run I'm not even lying right now. This is absolute fire. What the fuck? Hang on. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I gotta log in.
Tiền còn nó cũng nghịch lý á, nghịch lại Echo thì thắng, kéo Echo lại bắn tới bờ.
What the, bruh? What just happened? I just fucked up. Hang on. Okay, there we go.
Con mẹ giật cả mình.
I'm trying to check something real fast to see if 8 ads. Oh my god. How's it 8 ads? Twitch ain't playing. Listen, just suffer the ads. If you're not subscribed, just suffer the ads. It's okay. It's okay, my boy. It's all right.
Toàn chạy à? Lô này chạy nhiều vậy luôn.
Okay.
Tôi một thằng Tom chính ạ.
Guys, I need to know. I need give me bro touching her. I'm not even what? All right, I'm gonna give y'all. You know what? I don't know how I've never played Rainbow Six Siege. I'm not even kidding. I don't know how I've never played that game. But listen, okay, we got Senua Saga Hellblade 2. We can run that. We can run. I mean, if you guys force me to, I'll buy either Resident Evil 4 or what's the other game I said? The Telltale games or whatever. Nap time's over. Hey, look, listen. The ads are what they are. If you sub, no ads, but Twitch just trying to pay it, brother. And I'm not mad at them for it. I'm like, cool. You know what? I don't get shit off of it, really, but it adds up over time. I don't stream enough to even get paid off of the ads really anymore. But I mean, like, them little cents do add up after a while. But listen, I need to know what game you guys want. Like, come on, chat, let your boy know. So if I have to, I will buy Resident Evil 4 or what the hell is the name of that other game? I was talking about it earlier, the Telltale Games one. Store, where's it at? Bro, how can I not think of this damn game? Okay, so there's Resident Evil 4. Elden Ring. Hell no, I'm not buying Elden Ring. Elden Ring is a game that I will never get to finish. That's $80 fucking. Like, let's keep it a stack. It's a game I will not get to fucking finish, and it's $80. That's craziness to me. Like, if I knew I was gonna be on stream like every single, at least a couple of days out of the week, cool.
Run.
What is the name of that? Hold on, hang on. No, Telltale was The Walking Dead. It's the one that it's like it's part of the series with like Man of Medan and those different types of games. Dark Pictures Anthology. Or is it part of Dark Pictures? The Quarry. That's the name of it. So Valorant's free. Like, I mean, yo. But here's the problem with Valorant. In order for me to play Valorant, I think I'd have to do it on Xbox, which is fine because I have my Xbox. I don't know if it works on cloud gaming. I don't know if it works on cloud gaming or not. More than likely, it does not, which is why I said I will do Rainbow Six because that looks like it works on cloud gaming. Valorant is a pain in the ass because they have it here, but the problem is it doesn't work with a controller unless you go through this whole process, so I'm not doing that. Fortnite is a definite tonight. I have a short horror game that we're gonna play, but I need like a long game for us for the bulk of the stream, and that's why I said I'll buy either Resident Evil 4, The Quarry, or I can literally, because I have it right here, Hellblade 2, which you guys know I love the first game, so I mean, y'all let me know. All right, let me pull this back up. 60 days in. All right. Let me see. And then I want to find something else.
Do you think attention is the most valuable?
I want to find something else. Oh wow, this looks fucked up right out the gate. I'm sorry. I was looking for something and I just found it looks fucked up. So let's see. We've done so many of these already. I don't know. Hey, there we go. Almost done. Almost done here. Okay, so I guess we'll check out this 60 days situation. Why'd you choose this? Why'd you choose this, Brian? Look like you about to have his fingers in your belt loop, bruh. That what you going for right now? Is that what he's going for? He going for an Ayo situation? Trying to get him some booty. Nigga. First off, now, maybe he is a white boy. But, kind of gave off, okay, see? Now you see where I'm going with this. He was giving me Hispanic vibes. That's why I said maybe. No, I don't think so. He giving me Hispanic vibes. This, definitely a white boy. How the fuck? Listen, I mean, I can't even go into that story. I guess there's exceptions sometimes. But this normally ain't going down. That ain't never good. Oh, you know the story? You already got the whole plot down on this right now. That ain't never no good. You ain't gonna sit here and tell me, oh, the broom just magically fucking broke right now. If you can't use the broomstick to sweep no more, we all know where. Hey, this is different. This is different. They in county. In county, I guess they kind of mix and intermingle like this. In prison, that's an absolute fuck no. When you say 60 days in, I'm thinking like, pen, nah. They ain't counting. So this intermingling kind of works out, the eating together and all that different shit. Nah, see, like this right here, that'll never happen. That'll never happen like in most prisons, especially in like certain states or whatever. You can't have somebody from one group go and tell somebody from a different group what to do. You go and talk to the head of that group. Now, unless this dude like running the whole pod or whatever, which is a real weird situation. I don't know where the hell Henry County is, but this don't happen. What? Nah, man's playing the game. He playing a risky game right now. He trying to get fucked up. Like what is it that he's scared of right now that's got him willing to put his life on the line? Not wrong about this. He not wrong about this. It's just it's a strange thing for me to see it being handled like this, like for real. Because the people I know, the shit I know about prison, wow, bruh. This would never. Even in county in some places, like this would never happen. Like he got to go and talk to somebody else before he can even go and talk to the brother about the situation. The brother gets dealt with by, other brothers and shit like that because it's kind of it's fucked up. Prison's like the most ass backward place on the planet. It comes with its own set of rules, its own guidelines. It's still like super segregated for the most part. One of my own boys, he was a CO for Max Yards, really all Max Yards the whole time. And he told me recently, maybe 3 years ago that they started doing this. They started trying to integrate the population to where instead of it being such a situation where all the the brothers went with the brothers, the white boys went with the white boys, because the white boys typically when they go in they become skinheads instant. It's an instant situation, and the only way that doesn't happen is if you fight. But the problem is you gotta fight constantly in order to keep that kind of thing, unless you walk in and just whoop the fuck out of everybody so bad that they don't want to fuck with you. But then the white boys get mad about that because now you got a white boy hanging out with the brothers and shit. It was cold-blooded. White boy was he was married to a sister, married to a black girl. They had kids. Went into prison. As soon as he walked in, white boys tried pulling up on him. He's like, nah, man, I don't roll like that. I roll with the brothers. My wife's black, bro. Like, what the fuck? I'm not down with that skinhead shit. They tried pulling up on him. He pieced up 3 dudes so bad. Like, he tried stopping, but they wouldn't stop. Pieced these dudes up so bad that for one of them, they had to bring in the airlift. Because, where the prison was. They had to bring the airlift in to get them up out of there. Nobody said who did it or nothing like that. And it was supposed to be squashed at that point. But the head of the white boys couldn't take that. So he decided he wanted to try. Like normally they don't do that. Like the heads won't go in and do some crazy shit like that because they get pieced up. That's a whole bad look. But when he did, the brothers was like, nah, bro, he with us. Because I mean, he fought. He did what he was supposed to do right out the gate. He fought. I was like, nah, ain't going down like that. He did what he was supposed to do. Now you trying to fuck with peoples that run with the brothers. And that's the other part. Like anybody that was Jewish or anything like that also ran with the brothers. Most of them were like Muslims. So it's like, yeah, they not sitting there trying ain't no Jewish person trying to run with the white boys when they all skinheads and some shit like that. I'm not even kidding. Like I can tell y'all some wild shit. Like wild shit for real. You said, look at Nick in the back. Like, for real. Nick looking like, man, I'm going to suck your dick in a minute. Hey, yo, like, Nick, pause on that look, cuz. Man. Hey, yo, homie would have had to catch that fade there. Because I'm telling you right now, you ain't whooping me, nigga. Like, it ain't happening. First shot, straight to your throat, crippled. It's over. Like, you talking all this shit, you pumping too much gas right here in my face, bow, just like right in the neck. He going into protective custody. When I was talking about that earlier, when I said PC, how they treat the peddlers and shit like that, that's what that is.
We're gonna get out. We're gonna pack you up and you're leaving.
He didn't want to leave. He was like,
how he serving 3.5? Wait. He better not. You better not tell me he served 3.5 years in county. How's he not in the pen? He pawns. He playing the fool like a pawn. Come on, man. Now, what happened if Nick get pieced up and shanked? Nick, that man called the fade. Now, of course, if he like in the head position or whatever, yeah, other people gonna step in. But I'm sorry, bro, you can't. Nah, nope. I can't watch this, bro. Nah, it don't even matter. It don't even matter. You don't do some shit like that in front of the door, because guess what? Even though you trying to get him out of here, you trying to deal with the situation, you step the fuck off over the red line. Let him be the one over the red line. If he gonna pull that bitch out in front of the CO or whatever, it's either A, he gonna throw it away, or he gonna try and do something. But you don't sit here and talk about he got a weapon. Cause guess what? Everybody's still about to go ahead and get searched. They gonna run that whole fucking pod up. See?
I feel bad, but I try to tell him, life is like a game of chess. Think before you move. Now I gotta see if I could get Nick back, because that's my boy.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something.
You can't really get sleep. You go to sleep, and every few hours there's some kind of large commotion.
They want to fuck you up. You a cop in there? Hey, yo, I'm gonna tell y'all something. If motherfuckers sitting here running yards and shit like that, crazy thing about it, they usually be the one snitching. If you can go in and get somebody else brought back to the pod, and they was in an incident, you telling.
Don't win that. I was asleep too.
Y'all saying y'all don't care? Is that what y'all saying? Y'all hear from me that loud ass noise?
The inmate there, his black eye, gray hair. He jumped off his bunk. So, kind of watching that.
If I start smacking you on the head, then y'all start having some experience. Y'all don't hear nobody doing what?
And that's the thing.
Trying to sleep all the loud noise.
They usually don't fuck with the old heads either.
Anybody else want to refer up? Because y'all probably brought my bed. Bitch, you quit running your mouth. I smell you.
Whoa. He just said the magic word. Wait a minute. He just said the magic word. Bitch. First off, he said bitch. Then he said, if y'all stop being loud, I'm gonna smack you in the fucking head. Now, rules to the game is, in prison, that word bitch is a dangerous word. That's a real dangerous word. That's on site. Not even on site. Fuck that. That's on site. That's immediately and on site. Like, you gotta get it in at that point. And you done threaten the man too. I know he an old head, but old heads know the rules. What do you say? Especially if it's a dirty cop that got busted, that you know personally, they gunning for. Hell yeah, you are done. You are done. Look at it. He said, "Are you fucking serious?" Yeah, because he said it.
You gonna call me a bitch? Dude, are you serious?
Old head, you better stop. Yep. Just leave the old head on the ground. One shot, that's all it took. Leave his old ass down there, bro. Like, he should have known better. Oh, hey, he got balls, but he should have known better, man. But listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, he shouldn't have never let that boy get up. He knew after he called him a bitch, he knew what that meant. And he threw the first punch, he wasn't supposed to stand up. Now I don't know if I can show this anymore. Like dead ass. Like this is very serious territory where YouTube could be like, hey cuz, you know you wasn't supposed to show that shit. And I am on YouTube right now. If I was just on Twitch, it's one thing. But we on YouTube too. And they already don't like my black ass. My half-breed ass. They don't like me. Damn, I want to watch the rest of this though. He just hold on. Frame by frame. It's like that's crazy. It's like they doing a dance together. They doing the dance, skiing up on each other. That's that old Muhammad Ali. Look to the left, I'm still on you from the right. Uh-oh. Man. This is wild. I gotta play it like this. I'm just okay, maybe they won't
fight, but it ain't right.
I was like, maybe they won't show it. They gonna show it. They definitely gonna show it. Damn. Hold on. Yeah, I do. I'm too invested now. It's fight night, nigga. Fight night. Like, how is it that you can get away with showing UFC fights, but you can't show beef? Like, I don't understand that. Because the last time I showed anything like this is when that girl in France, the little racist boys, like, was fucking with her, had her up against the wall. She pieced them up. And it was actual news that I was, like, going over. And I mean, I like, completely spoke very articulate about that situation. And they fucking hit me with a strike. Fuck it. It's 24 hours. Did he? He ducked that bit. Wow. Wait a minute. Now I gotta see it. Old man had to bob and weave. Y'all ain't about this life. Get away from the phones. Or somebody fuck around and hit a phone.
What the hell is going on here?
You better shut your ass up. See, and I saw that coming. I was like, somebody gonna wait until somebody just close enough to fucking ding their head off of the phone. Ding. Oh my God. We're sorry. Your line has been disconnected. You tired, bro. Go your ass to sleep. Yeah, somebody stop. He in crazy mode too. Somebody stop Great Grandpappy. Well, motherfucker. Nah. I can't with this bullshit right now. I can't with this. Nah, bro. You not gonna first off be the first one to steal on me. Let me get up. I'll put you down. You want to come back for some more. I'm backing up the whole time. You still coming at me. They pull you off. I'm on my way to walk away. You done ran off and grabbed a weapon? I gotta put you to sleep. I gotta put you to sleep. I can't go to bed with you up. That's just real. Somebody stop.
Bro, he's real chasing that broomstick, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like romper room in there. It was very immature, yelling, screaming. No.
What the fuck you expect? You in prison, nigga. And how do you end up in prison knowing what prison is as a motherfucking ex-police officer? See, this is what I'm saying. You shut your ass up. He needs to shut up. Like, for real, for real.
Upstairs somewhere for us, man.
Somebody in the institution should have some control.
Yo, cold bitch, try me. You wouldn't come in the room with me. Come on, you wouldn't come in the room with me.
Knew that was coming. Yeah. But see, here's the problem. This is where the brother wrong though. Old man called him a bitch. Like, he know the rules. You can let him run his fucking mouth. That's fine. But then he swung on him. Kid hadn't even swung on him first. I mean, at this point, he wrong. He's the dude they put. Oh, so he a plant. He a plant. But don't nobody know though, right? They better not know. Okay, so he's the plant. All right, I feel it. I figured, I'm like, how do they get away with doing? I figured it was one of them things. I mean, there's cameras everywhere, and if the people ever get in any danger, I'm sure they're gonna rush in and handle that or whatever. But yeah, that makes sense. Okay, they put a plan in.
Environment. If you really have a problem with somebody, you're gonna be within 80 feet of them for a period of time. You're gonna eat with them. You're gonna sleep with them. It is a dangerous situation I chose to be in. If there's somebody to blame,
it's you.
It's me.
Yep. Facts.
Hey, Kaika.
Oh, I thought he said something else. I was like, what?
No, I don't. I'm looking right now. Hey, Virgin.
Ikaika, he's hanging with the Woods.
There it is. There it is. There it is. Yep. And when it's said like that, whew, I'm sorry, if you need to grab a weapon to fight me, I'm going to give you that really special eternal peace. Yo, but that's the thing. I think like in most situations, most people try and leave the old heads alone. But yeah, that's a messed up situation for the old head to be chasing him down. He called him a bitch. He stole on him and just kept going after him. That's why I'm saying the young boy, he should have known better. Like, it's not one of them situations where you can call out old boy saying, oh, I bet you won't step in a room with me. You should have been talking to the old head like, bruh, you can't put yourself in them situations because it causes more problems than what it's worth. This dude Kaika, whatever the fuck his name is, not a good look, sir.
You're not a Wood. It's like a box of crayons. You only belong to one color.
Actually, that's the fucked up part about prison. That is the fucked up part about prison. But wait, I don't even think they're in prison. They're still like county. That looks more like locked doors and some more shit, like prison. But he ain't supposed to be doing that. Nah, this is still county. Even still, shouldn't be like that. If he got something being stole from him, the other people stealing from him, whatever, he go and talk to the brothers himself. Like, what is wrong with that kid? Like, nobody told him when he walked in there. Here's what's crazy about most prisons. Like, before you even go in, they do this whole little like interview sort of situation, like who'd you hang out with out on the streets and blah blah blah. If you have a certain like solid one ethnicity, it's like you more than likely gonna roll with that ethnicity. But if you're like mixed of any sort or whatever, or you have like different religious beliefs, shit like that, they'll ask those types of questions. But obviously, old boy went in, chewing the shit out that wet girl. Hey yo, listen. Best tasting pussy. Like, I mean, no. These things are legit. Like I'm not even lying. Like that's about to go That's easy A tier right there. That's easy A tier. Like, I ain't even playing. Wait, man, damn. I want some more now. But yeah, like you know off the rip, like who you run with. Like you can't. There's certain things you can't do based on the rules of the prison, cause it'll get you fucked up. It'll get you fucked up for real.
Questions me how much coffee you have. No, you're not supposed to even be talking to me. I'm not part of your gang or your race.
But it looked like that.
You're not supposed to be politicking with another race. You know, the coffee doesn't matter. It's about the rules in jail. Now you got 2 other races involved in it.
And what you should have known is you should have told him you need to go and talk to the head. Like, you can't. Don't put yourself in this bullshit. So what?
You have to put your guard up because at any given moment.
Oh, that's worse than Chicano too. Ooh wee. So Ikaika is either that makes sense, that name. But I thought he's half-breed for a second. I thought he was a brother, so he rolled with the Chicanos. Oh,
I can get into a fight, go to the hole, and spend the rest of my time in the hole.